The sterile white chamber hummed with the low thrum of scanning equipment as Ava sat perfectly still in the crystalline chair. Her wrists weren't bound. The Galactic Council didn't believe in such primitive restraints, but the energy field surrounding her made escape impossible. Across the smooth table, Interrogator Zixter studied her with all four of his compound eyes, his chitinous fingers dancing across a holographic display. Subject identification, Ava Chen. Human. Zixter S. Translator crackled. You stand accused of violating Sector 739's peace treaty by engaging in unauthorized combat operations. Ava met his gaze without flinching. I was defending colonists from raiders. That's not a violation. You killed 17 Krovic warriors. 17. Zixter mandibles clicked in what might have been disbelief. The Krovic are classified as Class 4 combat species. You are ... soft, small, mammalian. A thin smile crossed Ava's face. Are we going to talk, or are you going to keep stating the obvious? Zixter's primary assistant, a floating jellyfish-like creature named Ol, drifted closer to the scanner array. Its bioluminescent sacs pulsed nervously. Interrogator, the biometric readings. They're unusual. Defined unusual, Zixter demanded. I'm running the analysis 3 times to confirm. The results are incompatible with known data. Ava leaned back, her muscles relaxed despite the situation. She'd been through worse, much worse. The colony on Kepler-440 had prepared her for anything the Council could throw at her. Zixter turned his attention back to her. Let us begin with basic questions. What is your homeworld's classification? Earth Class 12, Deathworld. The Interrogator's translator emitted a sound like grinding gears. Impossible. No sentient species evolves on Class 12 worlds. The mortality rate is 99.7% for off-world species, Ava interrupted. We know. We wrote the report after the Vendorian expedition tried to colonize Australia and lasted for days. Ol's sacs flashed bright red. Interrogator. The biometric scan is complete. Zixter pulled up the holographic display, and all 4 eyes widened simultaneously. The data scrolled past in angry crimson text. Warning indicators flashing across every metric. Subject classification. Apex Predator Origin. Deathworld Class 12. Threat level. Extreme recommended protocol. Maximum containment. This cannot be accurate, Zixter whispered, his confident demeanor cracking. Your species hunts for sustenance. Your planet has active tectonic activity, extreme weather patterns, and predators that see you as prey. Had predators, Ava corrected. Past tense. We domesticated some, hunted the others to extinction. Took us a while, but we learned or retreated toward the far wall. Her cardiovascular system operates under gravitational pressure that would crush a velocity. Her bone density is triple that of comparable species. And her brain. Interrogator. Her brain is processing threat assessment patterns even now. She's calculating escape routes, analyzing our weaknesses. I'm also wondering if you're going to offer me water, Ava said dryly. I've been sitting here for 3 hours. Zixter's hands trembled as he manipulated the display. Your body produces its own chemical weapons, adrenaline, cortisol. You can temporarily increase your strength by 20% through sheer will. Closer to 30 if I'm really motivated. And this persistence hunting. You chase prey until it collapses from exhaustion. Ava shrugged. Our ancestors did. We don't need to anymore. But yeah, humans can outlast pretty much anything on 2 legs or 4. We sweat instead of panting. More efficient cooling system. The door to the interrogation chamber hissed open, and a tall figure stepped through. Daniel Rodriguez, Ava's partner, stood in the doorway with his arms crossed. His Galactic Council liaison badge gleamed on his chest. Interrogator Zixter. Daniel said calmly, I believe you've had sufficient time to question my colleague. You're another one, Zixter stammered, backing away from the table. How many of you are there? About 12 billion, last count, Daniel replied, and growing. We're good at that, too, surviving, adapting, multiplying. Ol's voice came out as a terrified squeak. The Krovic raiders she eliminated. How? Daniel walked to Ava's side, and the energy field dissipated with a gesture from his security override device. You want to know how a single human took down 17 Krovic warriors? I'll tell you. Those raiders attacked a colony of 300 people, including 74 children. Ava did what any human would do, which is, Zixter asked, though he seemed afraid of the answer. Ava stood, rolling her shoulders to work out the stiffness. We protect our pack, our tribe, our family. You scan us and see apex predators, but you're missing the point. We didn't claw our way to the top of Earth's food chain by being the strongest or the fastest. We did it by being the most stubborn, the most adaptable, and the most willing to sacrifice for each other. She stepped toward Zixta, who instinctively retreated. Those Krovic made a mistake. They thought soft meant weak. They thought small meant helpless. They forgot that humans spent 200,000 years on a planet that tried to kill us every single day, and we won. Daniel placed a hand on Ava's shoulder, a gesture of solidarity. The colonists she saved were a mix of species Valorian, Thelian, even 3 Krovic defectors. She didn't discriminate. She just saw people who needed help. Zixta looked at his display again, at the flashing warnings and threat assessments. "What are you?" he asked quietly, the question that had started everything. Ava and Daniel exchanged a glance, and when she answered, her voice carried the weight of her entire species' history. "We're human. We're from a planet that forces you to evolve or die. We're pack hunters who learn to dream, persistence predators who learn to hope. We're not the strongest species in the galaxy, or the smartest, or the fastest, but we're the ones who never, ever stop fighting for what we love." She leaned forward, her eyes locked on Zixta. "So here's my question for you. Interrogator, are you going to charge me with protecting innocent lives? Or are you going to let me get back to work?" The silence stretched for a long moment before Zixta's mandibles clicked in defeat. "You're free to go, both of you." As Ava and Daniel walked toward the door, Orc called out, "Why don't you conquer? With your capabilities, you could dominate the entire sector." Ava paused at the threshold and looked back. "Because we learned something else on our death. Being an apex predator doesn't mean you have to be a monster. It means you have the strength to be kind, the power to protect, and the wisdom to know the difference." The door sealed behind them, leaving Zixta and Well alone with their scanners and their newfound understanding of humanity. In the quiet of the chamber, the biometric display continued to flash its warning, "Apex Predator, Deathworld origin." But beneath that, in smaller text that neither alien had noticed, was another line, "Species trait compassionate, fiercely loyal. Will protect others at any cost." Perhaps that was the most terrifying and hopeful thing of all.